I've had a console since I can remember, PS1, PS2, PS3. I always used to beat my brother. It then turned into always beating my friends to the point where they wouldn't play me anymore. One of my friends asked me, why don't you go and try some online tournaments? I won a few there back in FIFA 16 when I started realising that I actually had ability to play FIFA at the top level. FIFA 17 come around and the Foot Champions Cups were introduced, where I qualified for the first one in Paris. I got to the event and realised how big FIFA esports was and what the scene was like, and then when I managed to get out of the group and realised that I'd won prize money, that was when it stuck to me. I was like, okay, I can definitely do this as a living. In FIFA 18 I went full time and was signed by Footwiz, and I haven't looked back since. At first it was very hard to explain to my family what was going on, and I didn't really talk about it too much to them until I qualified for Paris, where I said, oh, by the way, I'm going to Paris and people are paying for me to play it. To this day, I'll be honest, my family don't really understand much about the competitive FIFA scene, but now I make the money and it's a full-time job. They just understand and they let me get on with it really. They don't ask too many questions. I just tell them, oh, by the way, I'm going to an event or so-and-so, and they say, oh, well done, you're obviously doing well, keep it up, keep doing what you're doing. FIFA 18, I struggled to adapt at the start of the year, and it caught up with me as I didn't manage to qualify for too many events. Competitively, I didn't reach the level that I wanted to, but the way I've started FIFA 19, I managed to hit a 30-0 in the weekend league whilst also qualifying for the Paris Games. I would say at the minute, I've never been more confident in my ability at FIFA, and I feel like I can really kick on in FIFA 19. My foot team has changed significantly to FIFA 18 as there's been a load of new icons that have been introduced in FIFA 19. My star player at the minute is George Best. I've also using Mbappe and Neymar up front at the minute. And as Courtois has moved to Real Madrid, I've decided to put Courtois in goal with Ramos and Varane as my centre-backs. So yeah, it's changed significantly to FIFA 18 where I was using a lot of icons. In the end, I'm hoping to save up for Hullet. He's literally got the whole package in centre midfield. His height, his strength, his defensive ability, and going forward, he's definitely the complete package. In terms of playing football myself, I used to play semi-professionally for a little while. My dad also manages a semi-professional club, so we're all linked into like the grassroots level of football. With the way the tournaments are throughout the weekend and stuff, I can't maintain that career, but I still have a keen interest in football. I still play on a Sunday with my friends and still train in the week. If I'm not playing football, I'm going to meet up with my mates, either to watch football most of the time, like I am pretty football obsessed. A lot of my friends now follow the FIFA scene because of me. They've started to watch events and they started to realise that it is actually a big thing and it's not just a joke or anything like that, and people are actually interested and there's a lot of money to be made. My future dream of esports would be able to live with my teammates and have a whole house together, etc. You see it happen in a lot of other esports where they all practice together all day and they can sit and make a real team bond, so I'm hoping one day, yeah, I can live in a house with a team of Footwiz players. My aims for FIFA 19 would definitely be to reach the E-World Cup finals. I think it's to get to as many events as possible, compete as much as I can, gain a lot of experience. I'm fairly inexperienced in the scene, and I would say I'm fairly low down in the UK rankings, but the role of underdog and not being someone that's at the top of the food chain as such, it motivates me to get there one day and prove my worth in the FIFA scene. I think it reduces pressure in a way that people don't expect too much of me, but I have personal expectations and I believe I should be doing better than I am at the minute. Playing at events when you're under pressure and you've got a lot of people watching you and the lights are on, I really like playing under that sort of pressure. I'm there to win it. The whole point of competing and being a pro, you have to go to every tournament and want to win and expect to win. For me, anything apart from first isn't good enough.
For the players.